How's it going, everybody? My name is Ryan. You're watching Crosswatcher, and today I have a truck camping tarot video for you today. I don't know, this might be a first of its kind. Let's just roll with it. We're gonna do things a little bit different. So we do tarot on this channel. If you're not familiar, if you're just tuning in, or if maybe I've handed you a Crosswatcher business card. And here we do Ascension Tarot, but we also just follow the read as it comes in. I am learning. This is probably something I've been doing actively for the last couple months. Before I was ever a tarot reader, I was an outdoorsman and a minimalist. And together, that pretty much makes it so that I got everything I possibly need in this life, everywhere I go, at all times. Now I came out to the mountains. I'm camping, and I'm truck camping, and it's raining. So that's why I'm not doing this in a tent or doing this outside. It doesn't seem to be raining right now, but the rain's been coming and going. And yeah, we're just rolling with it. I'm very comfortable here in my truck. I drive a single cab. Now, maybe you caught my last video, maybe you haven't, maybe you're new to the channel. What I've done in the past the past 24 hours, is I've started my hero's journey. I got my Moldavite here, Moldavite crystals, which is rapidly changing my perspective on life and giving me more incentive to go out of my comfort zone, which consists of leaving all those energies that no longer serve me, and moving forward to be more independent and to kind of just do things my way. I've got a lot of battery operated lights. I have tons of food. I have just like I don't even want to get into how much food I got. Enough to last me an entire week. I've even got my favorite Red Bull here. Got the what is this? Strawberry apricot. Mm. Mm. Yeah, got some water. Got plenty of water. Pretty much everything I need. I've even got all my incense, my candles, my crystals. I've got my tarot. I got everything. I have no complaints. So in the last 24 hours, I started this journey, and I pretty much just packed all my things, got in my truck, and went about my business. I still have a job, still have my obligations, but that'll be changing soon. And so I got off of work, went to the store, picked up a couple things. Like I said, I got everything I need. I even have an entire kitchen. I've got plenty of gas and two burner stove, and I even have a third pocket rocket. If you're not familiar with a pocket rocket stove is, it's just a little fold out stove that you can attach to a canister. And I've got all the cookware. I've got all the utensils. I got pretty much everything I need to survive on my own. And this is how I like to do it. And it's been a while since I've done this. And so in the last 24 hours, I went ahead and I slept my first night in the cab of my single cab truck. And at first it was kind of like, I was sort of doubting myself, being like, oh man, I'm going to need some help. I don't know if I could do this. And I went to sleep. And let me tell you, when I woke up, I didn't get too much sleep, but I did get enough sleep. When I woke up, it was the best feeling I had had in a long time, waking up from my sleep. And I even had another divine dream. Now, normally I would share the divine message from the dream I had, but in this case I'm going to kind of be modest, because it was kind of personal, but it sent me a very positive message that I wasn't expecting, and it had to do with the twin flame journey, the intimate nature between soulmates, and I thought that was very special, to have had that dream in such a seemingly uncomfortable position, and I woke up with a lot of energy, and so no expectations, but we're just gonna roll with it. On this channel, we do improvised videos, so I'm just sort of making this up as I go along. And we're gonna do some things a little bit different if you're familiar with the channel. If you're not familiar with the channel, I usually bust out the tarot cards, starting with the Rider-Waite. I clarify with the Radiant Wise, which, if you're not familiar with the Rider-Waite deck, it's pretty much the same exact deck, except the card stock is harder. And I use that one to clarify, just in case Spirit wants to double down on the message. And what I like to do is I like to pull the information from the Radiant Wise. Seems to have a more diverse articulation of the archetypes in the tarot deck. And then I have the bicycle affirmations. Now, usually what I do is I pull about 6 cards, and I pull a bunch of clarifiers, top and bottom. And we might pull top and bottom this time, but essentially I want to try to keep it maybe just 3 cards from the tarot. And then we'll pull some bicycle affirmations, where there are affirmations in the forward and reverse written on these to give us some clarification. Now, I trust in Spirit. I've called in my Spirit team. We're out here in nature. I'm really just having a great time. As stressful as this would be, leaving the comfort of my home, and it's not just, let me clarify. It's not just leaving the comfort of your home. All right. If you're joining me on this hero's journey, I'm sure there's not too many people doing that. But essentially, these videos are timeless, and this can find you where it meets you, find you right in the middle, meet you in the middle. So it's not just about leaving the comfort of your home. All right. This is, now, don't forget, you're leaving the energies, the habits, the doubts and the fears. You're leaving all the things that don't serve you. And essentially, this isn't just leaving the comfort of your home. This is saying goodbye permanently. No matter how hard it might seem to do, no matter how much it might hurt other people, everyone's going to learn a valuable lesson from this journey. Okay? It serves a purpose. This is what the light worker does. At least this is what I'm doing, and if you're resonating with this video so far, this is the journey you're on, and we're going to go ahead and pull out the Rider-Waite deck, and we're going to get right into the read. We're going to see what the theme of the day is. All right, let's cut this deck, see what we got. We got the King of Swords. All right, so hard cutting communication. We got air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Getting straight into the point and taking action. Being about your words, basically, is what that card's telling me. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this deck right here, and we're gonna pull some poppers right here in my little space. It's so fun. You can tell I'm an outdoorsman. I got the camouflage seat backs. We're gonna see what Spirit. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got the 5 of Cups. Oh, yeah. Pobrecito. Yeah. See, it takes action. It takes actually looking at what where you've been, and how it's not filling your cup no more. It's not serving your purpose anymore. And it's time to take action. All right, that's the first one that came out. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that as other cards come out. We're gonna see what crosses it. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to know? Ooh, yeah, we got poppers, y'all. We got poppers. Woo! They doing flips. They doing flips. Let's see if I can catch this one. Oh, yes. Okay, in the upright, we got Temperance. Now, we don't normally take things in reverse on this channel because I'm sort of just learning, and if I start getting all confused with the reverse, it's easy. Well, don't get me wrong. It's easy to doubt yourself and talk about what you haven't been working on, but it really does take courage to turn the card yourself and identify the shadows. Say, I'm proud of my shadows. I'm proud of where I've been. I'm proud of where I'm coming from. Okay, normally I don't use the word pride when Temperance comes out. Usually Temperance is patience. But you know what? This is you and your spirit team heading out on that journey. Okay, the beckoning of the universe to set things correctly. Does that make sense? Pride in self, knowing that you got everything you need. All right? You got to reach down inside. Oh, I feel the Red Bull coming up. Excuse me. You got everything you need moving forward with your spirit team. You know, you as your spiritual minimalist. All right? You build that world as big as you need to and drop all the other stuff, right? That makes sense? Does that resonate? Okay, intuition telling me put that stack back together. Put the stack back together and do a little flippy flip here. Oh, a card that almost wanted to come out. I'm sure it wants to come out. Let's see what happens. All right, now, and this is what we do. Cut that deck like a little bit more than half. Take the bottom, and we're going to pull out another popper. Let's pull out another popper. That's what Spirit's telling me. What do we got, Spirit? Cards are kind of slippery. Oh, yes. Oh, right on there, bro. Right on there. Woo! See, I'm sure you're resonating with this. All right? It takes the action. It takes that leap of faith. All right? You have to communicate to yourself, I am willing to do this. I am willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice. Because the universe will take care of you. Or you got to trust in it. You know, you have to imagine there are things in this life you've wanted to do. All right? Just think back to when you were a child. You know, you probably thought, man, if I could just learn zoology, you know, or learn a practice or a veterinarian. You learn how to take care of animals. All right, maybe that was what you wanted to do when you were a child, and maybe you haven't done that. Okay, the world just sort of squashed you down, and it's forced you to sort of take a look at yourself. Now that you're an adult, now that you're all grown, you grown-ass man and woman. All right? Time to stop messing around with all these limitations, right? Because when we throw ourselves into the fray, whatever that might be, to some extreme or another, you know, we're taking a risk on ourselves. Who else are you going to take a risk on? Okay? Now notice how this doesn't appear to be a love reading at all. It just so happens to be exactly what we're talking about here. This is the hero's journey right here. Does that make sense? Yeah, I wish I could back up a little bit. All right. So yeah, with temperance watching over, knowing where you've come from with that 5 of Cups, moving on to your 8 of Swords. Yeah, your 8 of Swords moment. Okay, action to take. And now, if you look at this in another way, the things going on in your life, you know, this isn't just you. All right, this is your, if you're a divine masculine, this is your divine feminine. Okay, unsure of the chance that they're taking on you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure anyone taking a chance on me, because we all have a divine counterpart. Anyone taking their chance on me is taking a huge leap of faith. Anyone taking a chance on you in your time of need and in your time of uncertainty, you know, that is the person that you want with you. You know, you don't want just another pretty face. You don't want just another hot bod, right? You don't want just somebody coming in and making your life all better, you know, with the money that they have or the securities that they have. The physical securities, you know. There's no pentacles here. This is emotions. This is communications. Okay? And this is divine calling. Temperance always has in this deck. Temperance always has 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Okay? 1 foot grounded and one foot in transition to higher consciousness. That is what we do here on this channel. We identify where we're coming from and where we're going as we ascend into the higher dimensions of consciousness. All right? As we pull information from those Akashic records. Okay? To see where we stand on multiple planes of existence. And when you embody that information, that points you in the direction. That points you to who you are as a divine being, as a divine masculine, as a divine feminine. All right, those are 3 perfect cards to pull for the subject. Now let's pull top. What do you think it is? Go ahead and take a guess. I feel like this is something having to do with where you're going in your works, in your finances. Okay, maybe even having to do with how you perceive your encounter with your divine counterpart. You know, are you going to only accept someone who tells you who you are in the physical world, who kind of has that control because their wallet is full and yours isn't? Or maybe their purse is full and yours isn't. Maybe they have a house and you don't. You know, are you going to rely solely on them? Or are you going to work hard to get what you want? And I said a lot. I haven't even looked at the card yet. Who exactly are you going to depend on? See, because when you have you know, when you have that spiritual, when you have your spiritual minimalist persona, your spiritual minimalist ideological, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. When you get in touch with your divine feminine or masculine yourself, your higher consciousness, are you going to rely on all these other energies coming in to provide for you? Are you going to listen to your elders that might have told you who you are? Now, it's one thing to have respect for our ancestors and to pay them homage and honor. It's another thing to only invoke the insecurities that come out. You know, that mother that told you, you know, that you needed to find a good man who makes lots of money, or maybe that father who told you that you just need to stay quiet. You know, because if you stay quiet, then, you know, people will basically hand you who you are in the physical form, those pentacles, your works, the money, the income. I got Guadalajara trying to call me. Hang on a second. I don't know why Guadalajara is trying to call me. I get the weirdest phone calls sometimes. Nobody ever calls me. Nobody ever calls me, or nobody ever even says hello to me, and I get calls from Guadalajara. Give me a break. Okay, this is the hero's journey. This is a personal thing, you know? We don't need nobody from Guadalajara trying to call us. Maybe someone from Guadalajara tried to call you in the last 3 days. Okay. Wow. Intuition. Man, I nailed that one. Okay, so that was where you know this is going to lead you. All right? In this lineup, I don't even need to go over it again. This is just the perfect lineup. Okay? You have your communication. You have your faith in the universe. I got Guadalajara calling me again. I don't even know if that's popping up on the screen. I don't know if you can see that. And then what came out first was that Five of Cups, Five of Cups moment, that feeling that the world has just let you down. And then we know the world lets us down all the time, on a daily basis, sometimes on a minute by minute basis. But those pentacles coming out, if you take that leap of faith, now I've said this plenty of times. I've said this to people in the flesh. If you take that leap of faith and where you're going, you follow those dreams. You go back to the school for your veterinarian or your zoological studies. Animals is your thing. Or maybe you just want to take care of the human animal. Maybe it's psychology that you were into, and it just kind of felt like maybe you had too much baggage going on at the time, right? In the spiritual world, they don't really like diplomas and schooling. That doesn't mean that you can't, take that online course that you've been thinking about. Have that in your belt. That's fine. But relate with people. That's all you really need to do, is just relate with them. Okay? You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be, if you want to be, go ahead. That's where you want to go, be a doctor. Okay, but you don't have to be. All right, maybe that was it, that your father or your mother was saying, hey, only doctors, or there's only doctors in this family, right? Only doctors in this family. Man, I'm glad my parents never said that. Man, my parents actually never even said anything. My parents never gave me direction. They didn't want me to do nothing. My parents literally, no offense to my parents, but my parents literally did not want me to do anything. In fact, they wanted me to do nothing and just stay home and depend on them. I had a lot of catching up to do. And this is what you don't know. Maybe not so much what you don't know. This one's kind of easy to perceive with the Ten of Pentacles coming out. Not a coincidence. Ten of Pentacles coming out on top. And then what you're able to do once you've taken that leap of faith, once you've gone on your hero's journey. Look, it's the hero. Okay? You're the hero. Yeah, man. Well, I woke up feeling so good and so positive, as if all those negativities, all those doubts and fears just vanished. And I was no longer stressed at work. Like, I was just me at work. And that's you. That's you at work. No stress. Lots of generosity. Lots of positive vibes. I can feel it. Your energy is soaring right now. Okay? Now's the time to act. And for those of you who have done it, good for you. You know how it feels. Let me know down in the comments. I need more comments in my comment section, please. We need more thumbs up on the videos. I don't care if you don't want it on a playlist or whatever. Make your playlist private. We need that. We need these affirmations. People need to hear this stuff. Okay? Subscribe to the channel. I've talked to some people who, who've checked out my channel, people that I know in my real life. They check out my channel, and I ask them, why, have you subscribed? Oh, no, I can't. Why not? Maybe you need to subscribe to the higher consciousness in your own life. Maybe you haven't done that yet. But I like to think that you have. I like to think that you have. I mean, look, I'm doing it, If I'm doing it, anyone can do it. I'm nobody special. This is a collective, okay? Saturn has done its dance. Man, I'm thankful it has, We got Saturn influences, Pluto influences, we got Scorpio influences. This is the shedding season. And sometimes that shedding has to be extreme. The holidays are coming up for some. But This is breaking traditions. This is breaking generational cycles. It waits for no holiday. What are you gonna wait for the summer when things warm up and you have a little bit more flexibility? You might as well just stay at home. Am I right? All right. So we ended up pulling 5 cards. And man, that's a beautiful lineup with those pentacles coming out afterward. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful lineup right there. And now we're going to pull some bicycle affirmations. We're going to see what's going on. Let me line these guys up first. We got we started with the 5 of Cups. We had Temperance right in the middle. Those angels watching over our every move, making sure that we know we're not alone. We got 2604 on the clock. But you know what I see? I see 1111. You are not alone in this. It's a timeless video. So I don't care if you're seeing this in 2024, 2025. I don't care. All right? You're going to get your chance. Will you take that chance? Will you take that leap of faith? Will you go ahead and say, you know what? I accept my 8 of Swords moment. I accept my shadow. I don't just accept my shadow. I love my shadow. My shadow has made some breakthroughs. All right? It's not just the light. Not on this channel. We don't just focus on the light. If I was focused on the light, I'd be wearing white and talking all sweet to you and saying, you can do it. You got it, collective. But no, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. And you know what? The harder it gets, the bigger you become. The more stressed out it is, the more accomplishment you're going to make. And the more painful and the more hurtful it is. That's when the magic happens. Always when you're at your edge. Always when you thought you couldn't go any further. That's when you show yourself exactly who you are. That's when you show the world exactly who you are. All right? A lot of you are influencers out there. That's why you're watching this. You're watching this because you're like, okay, well, there are people out here doing this. They're starting, and it's easy to watch somebody, and maybe a little bit too easy to watch somebody who's been doing this for a long time, who has a lot of studying. But what you need is a channel like this, and that's where your channel's going. This is what you're doing. Take it as it resonates. You have to start somewhere. Maybe, first of all, now I'm using a little cheat code here. This is from something down in my comments. First of all, start drinking more water. That's the first thing. I did that. I never drank water before. I was so dehydrated all the time. Didn't even know it. In fact, if you're dehydrated, you are out of your damn mind. Literally. And I learned that. I was out of my damn mind. I didn't drink enough water. Now I'm hydrated. Now I feel the transition. Water is transition. Transitioning into higher consciousness. You need a lot of water. You need a lot of water. Maybe not so much Red Bull, but a lot of water. Aqua Vita, baby. That was a Red Bull. Anyways, I'm going to get to these bicycle affirmations, but I just want to make sure. It starts with water. And then, what are you going to put out there? Oh, all these people are putting out 48-minute videos, hour-long videos talking about tarot. Maybe you just need to start with a 2-minute video. Just collect your thoughts. What are you going to put out there? Just start with a 2-minute video and then maybe put out a 5-minute video. Maybe move on to a 10 or a 15-minute video. Take it slow, step by step. That's what temperance teaches us. It's not just patience. It's not just having pride in yourself. Okay, it's not just trusting the universe. Take it step by step. And see, all three of these, I'm sorry, I'm going to get into the bicycle affirmations, but I'm just making really good points here right now. All right, all these cards together are telling you to take it slow. And when you're talking about your connection with your divine counterpart, it's the same thing. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to trust the universe. You got to acknowledge the shadows, not only in yourself, but in them. They have shadows. I could point out a lot of specifications, that people are going through. But in essence, this is your life. Okay? Take it as it resonates. All right, I'll stop right there. Let's do the bicycle affirmations right here in my single cab truck. Camping in the mountains. What do we got? Let's get some poppers. Oh yeah, there goes one. That's a slider. All right, what do we got? Teach us a lesson. All right. Someone sincere. See, I told you. This isn't just about you. Although you are a sincere person too. If you're reaching for higher consciousness, you better damn well be. Okay? The narc in your life, the narcissist in your life, now that's not a sincere person. Okay? Maybe you have definitely had to walk away from a very, need I say, violent relationship. That's an extreme. But it puts us in that position. My eyes are always red. Completely sober. All the time. My eyes are always red. And yes, I'm very aware that one of my eyes is kind of does its thing. I don't know. That was actually pointed out to me a few years ago. I didn't even know that all my life. Being self-aware. Being secure and being sincere. Okay? Someone sincere has made a choice on you in the recent days. Okay? They haven't said anything yet. For some of you, if you're in a relationship, all right, and that person isn't being sincere, and you're catching them in lies, and you're thinking of going, it's time to start the hero's journey. It's time to take a risk. It's time to pack up the kids and go. Don't mean to be too cliche, but this is your life. People in the collective. Now the opposite of this, and we're gonna talk about both ends of the cards. We're not gonna pull too many of these. Someone's selfish. Yeah, there's somebody out there for you. And there's no reason to waste your energy on selfish energies, okay? You want somebody that's going to work with you. And this is what this is clarifying when we're talking about relationships. Okay? This person that's coming into your life, that you're meeting up with, your twin flame, your soulmate, take it as resonates, whatever you believe in. Okay? They're not just somebody that needs a quick fix. All right? There are no quick fixes when it comes to relationships. There's no quick fixes when it comes to shadow work. And you both have shadows. Both of you. Doesn't matter what they claim. If they claim, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. I don't know what you're talking about. Shadow what? You just respond right back to them. Shadow what? That's right. There's a shadow. There's a shadow side to everyone. There's even a shadow side to your cat. You probably see it sometimes. Talking about cats lately. Let me know down in the comments. You have a cat? What's your cat's name? What kind of cat is it? I don't know why cats keep coming up. I had a dream about a cat the other day. Divine dream. All right, here we go. Let's pull out another popper. We got 3, 4, 5, 1 on the clock. Oh, that was it right there. Won't face shadow. What were we just talking about? See, yeah, this is talking about the collective. You know, this is a past relationship. Take it as it resonates. It could be someone in your family, someone you're dealing with, somebody that's really betrayed you. You know, somebody that you didn't think could betray you, but it's possible. All right? I get a real bad vibe from this one. This is real deep. This is a family member betraying you, betraying another family member. And for some of you, this is a friend. You thought this was a friend. Okay? But you have to be accepting of the dark side of relationships. All right? You didn't think that they could possibly do this to you, but they did. All right? It's that brother. It's that brother that you didn't know. You thought that, you know, that they were always going to be there for you. You thought that you could hold them high on a pedestal. But they went and they snuck around behind your back. And for some of you, this is the feminine betrayal. You didn't think that your wife, the mother of your children, would possibly betray you in such a way that they would cheat on you with their friend. Cheat on you with a family member. What the hell kind of disgusting shit is that? And then all these years later, 3 years later, they're still denying it. But you figured them out, and you can't prove it. But that's what the hero's journey is for. You don't need to prove a damn thing. You put them in your place by stepping into your power, and you own your power. That's all you need. You're a spiritual minimalist. You got everything you need. Fucker. Excuse me. Let's pull another one. Let's pull another one. I'm having a good time. I know. That was it. I know it sounds like it's kind of dramatic, but I'm having a great time. Shadow work is nothing for me. Shadow work beats the hell out of being under the thumb of these being under the thumb of these sons of bitches. Take it as it resonates. Quickly committed. Okay, so we're going to talk about. I didn't get into the other one. I was so worked up with the shadow work. The other one was shadow work won't face. Oh, so what came up was won't face shadow, and the other one was shadow work. So we don't really need to talk too much about that. This one came out quickly committed, and the opposite of this one is brings bright baggage. Now you can look at this one both ways when we talk about it, because when we're talking about the relationships, which it seems like these affirmations, that's what they're talking about, relationships. The ones coming out, they're not all about relationships in this deck, but it seems like these are the ones that Spirit wants to talk about, because we already know what our hero's journey is about. We already know what it takes to get it done, to achieve our spiritual minimalist, spiritual minimalism. Take it as it resonates. But ultimately, you got to balance all this out. You got to balance out the relationships. You got to balance out your shadow work. And this is clarifying temperance. Quickly committed. Now, it's one thing, you can be quickly committed. You get that feeling, oh man, this is definitely the one. Oh, I found my soulmate. I found my twin flame. What do I do now? Let me just jump right into it. Well, I mean, you can scare somebody off. All that energy from all those years of, pent up energy, take it as it resonates. Not getting your kink on. You want to jump into bed right away, but That's not always the you just watch out for that person who claims that they're quickly committed, that oh yeah, I'm all in. And you go on your first date, and then all of a sudden at the end of the night, you guys get a hotel, and you kind of plan on like not getting all in the bed, but just kind of cuddling. But then all of a sudden you find out that they have this other motive, that they really, 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 or maybe it's you. Maybe you're like, oh man, I think I'm really, really ready to do this. Well, that's a test. You got free will to do whatever the hell you want to do, but I'm here to tell you, Spirit's here to tell you that that is also another test. Okay? Personally, I'd be really offended if I were you, of anybody who gets to the end of that date and you guys decide, yes, let's spend the night because we've had a long day. And then all of a sudden they're just like, all right, let's do it. That's not the way to do it. You can if you want. You got free will. You grown ass man and woman. But I think you know better. I think you know better. That's what that card's talking about to me right here in this read. All right? You just got out of this funked up relationship that did not serve you. This karmic relationship with that husband, with that wife, with that girlfriend. And you thought you learned your lesson. And then all of a sudden you're presented with this offer. And maybe you feel insecure about it. Maybe you're like, oh, I don't want to lose them. If I don't do this, they're gonna run away on me again. I'm gonna have another one that runs away on me again. But those are the cycles. Those are the tests that the universe is gonna hand you. It's a guarantee. Okay? And for a lot of you, this is already in the past. This is already something you've experienced. And it's up, 4222 on the clock. It's up to you to be self-aware and know that this is only gonna, rushing into something is only gonna hurt your 10 of Pentacles moment. It's all relative. It's only gonna hurt you. Okay? You rush into something too fast, and it's only going to distract your mind so much that you're just going to drop everything for this person. Okay? You might not even realize you're doing it. Let's see what else we got. We got more, Spirit? We got more affirmations from the bicycle. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Stop me right there. What's this one? Stay in my lane. Stay in my lane. And the other one to this one is manifest dreams. So this card is also talking about relationships. And this kind of goes back to the whole, what those energies are trying to do to you. That deceitful betrayal energy. That was kind of covering up their own malintent, their own deceit, taking the focus off of themselves and putting it on you, telling you to stay in your lane, making you feel like you're crazy and you don't know what you're doing, all this gossip. Yeah, this card's bringing out the gossip energy. It's bringing out that those deceitful words. Those kind words that, or maybe the silent treatment. The silent treatment can be deceitful too. Every time you say something great about yourself. Oh, I met this person. Oh, I got this job. Oh, I got a promotion. Oh, everything's going great. And then all of a sudden it's like you get no acknowledgement back at all. Meanwhile, you're glorifying this divine feminine, divine masculine in your life that you've held on a pedestal. Are you going to stay in your lane, or are you going to manifest your dreams? It's your life. That's what this card is. This card is your life, your perception of yourself, and the deceit of others that tries to put this mirror effect on you to get you to see what they see, get you to see what they see about yourself. Not having it. We ain't having it, Cletus. We ain't having it, Jeremiah. We ain't even having it, Sophia. Take it as it resonates. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All the way over here. Tower moment. Hero's journey. What up? What up, Tower? Where you been all my life? So in this deck, I have two of these jokers, two different jokers, and this one is the Tower. The intention of this one is the Tower. This went all the way over on one side of the entire read, saying that take it as it resonates, that the Tower is going to inspire you to leave. It's that moment that you found out that deceit. You have intuition, all right? You have your psychic abilities. They've already come in, and you're just sort of like, trying to stay hydrated and trying to do your research. If you don't know something, your intuition cannot help you out with it. Okay, but this is telling me that this is you and your gnosis and the lies and the deceit that tries to tell you don't know what you're talking about. I'm all the way out here in the mountains and there's a freaking plane. Can you hear it? The Tower. Yeah, this is that moment. It's very more dramatic. Your experience is more dramatic than I am making it out to be in my words. I cannot stress that enough. It's just not my personality to get too detailed into the disgusting nature of these freaking people. These freaking energies, dude. I mean, it is nasty. Nasty. That they don't even pretend to love. It's like you're the one who loves, you're the one who expresses, you're the one who says the words I love you, you're the one who actually does the things that indicate that there's love in this relationship. It's just one way deal in your relationship right now, or in these energies that don't serve you. It's a one-way thing. You got all the love, and what the fuck did they give you? I'm picking up your energy. What the hell did they give you? Oh, they've kept you from your Ten of Pentacles moment. They've kept you from being able to actually afford things or be able to even rationalize the ideas of, what do I give them for Christmas? What do I give them for their birthday or whatever? And in the end, you end up doing nothing. Because you either don't have the money, you don't have the idea, you're trapped in a cycle. But this is not the cycle. This is your intuitive, take it as it resonates, your ascension into your higher consciousness. Calm after the storm. Or the calm before the storm, where you know who you are and you're searching for it. You're searching for the Ten of Pentacles moment. Okay? This is the Six of Pentacles. Okay? But you know who you are. And you can't let them, you can't let their deceit, you never bought you never bought us anything for Christmas, or, you never give anything. We give you everything. Or maybe they don't even have to say anything about it at all. Maybe they just kind of one up you every single time. You maybe could afford a gift here and there, and then all of a sudden they one up you. It's like, what am I going to do? They're one-upping me every single time. What am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to say, fuck Christmas, fuck your birthday. You don't need none of that. What are gifts? What are physical gifts? But an extension of our own. Now, it's for a lot of the deceitful people out there, it's an extension of their insecurities. And genuine, wholehearted people, that's when they, people who have done the work, that's, they have room to give gifts. Their mind isn't trapped anymore, on, well, what do I get them? How much should I spend? How much love or intention should go into this gift? Gifts are coming up in this read. Take it as it resonates. Let's pull another one. Oh, yeah, look at this. Twin flames popping out. Twin flames going right back to the subject of the love, of the divine love. See, you cannot stop this. All right? You could have some shadow work to do, get rid of those ideas. I mean, this is just me, kind of saying it in a rough sense. You've had the thought, maybe over many, many years, maybe you've gone in and out of this thought, that the twin flame idea doesn't really exist, that the soulmate idea doesn't really exist, that there isn't a meant to be love out there. But there's a lot of folks who know a lot about this who would say otherwise. This is a real thing. This person really is out there, and you cannot stop this. You can definitely delay it by not doing your shadow work, by not doing your self-care, not acknowledging the demons inside of you, not acknowledging the polarization that you stuck into your mind or into your physical body, the polarization, meaning you've leaned one way or another. You've doubted yourself so much that it's become a reality. A lot of people running around out there calcified, which is another term for polarization, calcifying themselves into this ideal that they can't accomplish it. That ain't gonna happen. It don't exist, but it does exist. Okay? Get into your tarot more. Get into your spell work. Get into your research. You'll see the power inside of you. You see the Akashic records, that library of information that points you towards this person, that points you towards your destiny. The opposite of that is karmic slobs. We don't even need to talk about the karmic slobs, because this is all about the hero's journey. It's all about the journey of getting away from the karmic slobs. Okay? Let's pull one more, just because we're very appreciative of life and spirit, our higher consciousness stepping in to send us on this hero's journey. What do we need to know? This last clarifier. Woo, that one flipped. You doing backflips now. You know how to do backflips? You ever learn how to do a backflip? Taught myself how to do a backflip in 45 minutes. That's when you know your true power. What does it say? That was my crush. Yeah, and so this, to me, this is the ideals. This is the ideals that you're leaving. Okay? That was my crush. Okay, and then it doesn't necessarily have to mean a relationship. For a lot of you, it does. That was my crush. I learned my lesson. Okay? I'm moving towards the Ten of Pentacles moment. I'm moving towards a combination of the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles moment. The opposite of this one is that's my what? That's my crush. And this one is, oh, okay. So this card has two affirmations. One is that's my crush, and then that was my crush. So that's what came out. That was my crush. I've learned my lesson. And for some of you, this is that family member that you've held high up. You've always put them first. You thought that was actually a good idea to do. Fuck. No, it wasn't. But then again, life is a learning experience, and nothing happens by coincidence. This is also telling me, leading into what I was just saying, is self-care and forgiveness. Every time you've had your crush, you've quickly committed to the relationship, and you find yourself on the street, it's important to forgive yourself and forgive the other person, because they know not what they do. Doesn't matter. It's that brother, it's that sister, it's that mother, it's that father. Damn them, but the damn them is what they've done to themselves. But only when you step in to your higher consciousness, to your ascension, when you take that hero's journey. All right, we're going to pull top and bottom. Got 55-27 on the clock. Top card, reset intentions. Reset your intentions and move forward. Okay, collect yourself, get your ducks in a row, and make it happen. The opposite of that is let me be in peace. Let me be in peace and reset intentions. Okay, you need peace. You need to reset your intentions to find peace. And your intentions and your actions, as well as your emotions, they need to serve your higher good. You're going to have the bad emotions. You're going to have the doubts and the fears. Okay, but that is all meant to be. That's called shadow work. It's the best part of shadow work. Whenever you're down and you're like, oh my God, I need help. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I hate myself. Just remember, if you have to write it down, that when you have that moment, the next moment is going to be the ultimate moment, is going to be your growth. All of a sudden, you're going to wake up the next day and be like, damn, I'm so glad I had that moment because I feel amazing now. I integrated the shadow work, integration. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's taking any kind of energy that you're feeling, that you're dealing with, or experiences that you've had to deal with, memories that you've had to deal with, and you dive into them and you feel them. You don't deny them. Like, oh, I don't want to feel this. It's not that. It's the opposite of that. That's what integration is. You can integrate anything. You can even integrate evil spirits. Okay? Like, it gets pretty intense. You can integrate past lives. You can integrate energies from the Akashic record. You can integrate anything. When you realize the steps it takes to exercise more or eat right, and then you go through those emotions of how you see yourself in the mirror, and then the next day when you got that motivation and you start seeing yourself differently, what the hell do you think that is? That's integration. Okay, so last card, bottom clarifier. Here we go. This one says, I'll get there eventually. Take your time. Temperance. Your pride in yourself and the trust in your higher consciousness, faith in yourself. The opposite of this was one step at a time. And we'll take them both. I'll get there eventually, one step at a time. My name is Ryan. This has been a truck camping tarot read. Probably the first of its kind. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm not going to give myself that much credit. But I appreciate you being here with me. It's been a pleasure reading for you. Namaste. Please live well. And definitely head out on that hero's journey. You've been watching Crosswatcher. Again, my name's Ryan. And I'll be coming at you next time with a brand new video. Until then, see you later.